Hello everyone, today it's the 80 days of 14 Python Flask Web Development for beginners. Today's topic is user authentication. Last time we have developed such kind of a web page as the visitors, or you can edit or delete or add the items of the book list. But that's not safe. Even if every users or every visitor can change the web page, that's not safe. So it's better to give user authentication. For example, we can classify the user into two groups. One is admin. Another one is the normal visitor users. As an admin, you can, for example, you can added and delete users, and also added the items in the book page. So it's better to do the user authentication. But how to achieve the goal? Before we talk about the user authentication, we should talk about the Flask login library. Flask login library priorities the user session management for Flask. It handles the common task of login, logout, and remember your user's session over extended periods of time. It's very easy to install by the pip install Flask login. There's some function of this library. Firstly, store the active user's ID in the Flask session and let you easily log them in and out. Secondly, let you restrict views to log in without users. Thirdly, hand the normal trick remember me functionality. Finally, help protect your user session from being stolen by cookie service. So I think the first step you have just using the library, import the library from Flask login, import login managers. And it's very simple. You can use the cross instance login managers, and also login manager initial app, the instance which you have created. Of course, you can use such kind of form. The name of the login view can be set login manager login view to login. Of course, you can show a message. This is very important if you want to show the name of the login in the view. And then, and the next step, I think you will need to provide a user load callback. This callback is used to reload the user object from the user ID stored in the session. It's very simple. Login manager user loader and load users user ID, and as ID, you can be a query to query the users. From user query get the user ID. This is ID from the session. Of course, there's some a function about the current users. For example, is authenticated or not, is active, is anonymous, kind of ID. I think that if you want to use such kind of a user class implement, to make you implement a user class easier, you can just inherit from this class user maxim, which provided the default implementation for all of these properties and these three properties and this get ID method. So it's very easy to use. Of course, before we talk about the user authentication, we should know how to set the password, how to in the Python library. Of course, you can use Webzenki to security import the generated password hash and check what part. For example, this I want to generate the dog as a password. How about this hash value? And then check this is true or not. After we using this function to check password hash, and this we copy this password hash and our dog. Oh, it's true or not? They have match or not? They are equal or it's match or not. So it's very simple. Of course, we have added some new functions, so we needed to change the database tables structure. I mean the user's structure. For example, we inherit the user maxim library, and we have added the password hash to the tables, and also we have another as a function we have add to function, set word function, password setting method, and also password validation method. Just check password match hash is match or not. If match will return true. Of course, I just mentioned that we needed to set the admin users. So this is the flask command to set the admin's username and password. And this is after we have get the users. If user is no none, I think we should check it. We should set the password, username and password. If we have created users, we can change the creating users. We can create the users, and also we can updating the users username and the password. After we done this, we can submit the database submission. Yeah, this is very simple. Of course, we can could do as users authentication. We have login function and logout function as user. For example, this is logout. We use the login function. We use the form and get the value and the username and password. If of course we have some invalid input checking, and also if the username and password is matched, and we should log in the using this method login users, and if true and where have show the message login successful and redirect to index page. If you invalid and or pass the username and password, you have to redirect to the login page. And I think this is the login HTML, and it's very simple. Firstly, is extend base HTML, and there is a username and password, and also submit button. It's very simple. Of course, we have logout function about the users logout their home page. It's very simple using the logout function in this function, and finally redirect to the index page. Of course, there is a number of operation authentication product for some operation and the pages. For example, the edit page. First, you have to login required. Add this the call in here, and setbacks here, and login required. And also same as the delete, you need to login required. Also edit page, also setting page, logout operation, delete operation, and a new item operation. These operation and page needed login required. For example, this is the settings page needed the login required, and this is we have also deleted developer the login setting page, and of course you can change your user's name. And here which is very simple, just change the name, and you get the new name, and updating and submit the database session, and you can get updating as result and redirect to index page. This is the settings HTML. It's very simple. Just change the current username. Of course, in the template, we also needed a template or production. For example, if current user is authenticated, if true, the other forms will be displayed for the users, for admin users, same as the added and deleted, and also they can also needed users needed to authentication. Yeah. Also, the setting page and lookup page is also needed as a user needed to is authentication. If not, this function or this page will be not HTML template will be not display. So it's very good and very simple to develop the your user authentication for your web page. It's very important. Okay, let's start our coding. Yeah, This is 8 days. Firstly, we needed to from the Flask the work chunk security input generate word hash and check word hash. Secondly, we should need to use the login manager and use the maxim and log users login required and log out and current users class from this library. Firstly, we have changed the class the user structure, which I just mentioned. We have added new password in the users table columns and also have function, so the word function and valid password function in this class. And we also will inherit the user is authentication or not, such kind of properties from this class. Of course, we have created the administered users in the administered users in the database. Yeah, this is login function which I just discussed and also an introduction. Yeah, and also this is logout function, and also this is users load users function, and finally this is the added for production operation production for edit and also for delete login required also setting. Yeah, this is needed login required production. Yeah, and there's not other things. For example, this is the login HTML I just mentioned, and also settings HTML, and also edit, and also index page. And we needed for example, the user authentic protection for some template. This template for adding some new name, new book, and in the book list, and also the edit and delete page needed the user authentication protection. Yeah, it's very simple. Yeah, it's very simple. Okay, let me show you how to do. Yeah, it's yeah. For example, Flask Admin. First, we have to change our database structure. We need to drop our current database structure. Secondly, we needed to set the Flask our page is admin username and password Flask admin. Yeah, and username, for example, car, and password. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, repeat 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it's done. Next up, let's next step. Let's run our code. Flask run. Okay, let's go to this link. Okay, I think we needed to car and 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now we have added in look in our page, but there's no our book list which we have showed before. So I think there's some issues in our code. Let me check why there's no. Okay, I think we need the okay, we need forge. This one, Flask forge. And then we need this to generate the new database for inserting certain kind of book and book here. Okay. Okay, let's rerun again. Let's go to this page again and refresh. Oh, now it's okay. Now we could do it. Of course we can add a new name, add a new book name. My heart. We'll go on. 2007, 2009, 1997. Yeah. Okay. It's added here. It's added to here, and also we can add the, for example, the name which my heart will go on forever. Now is okay forever. And of course, we can also delete this. For example, we edited this. Okay, and now is okay. And we can also look out. Yeah, it's most okay finishing. I think the next step we will add some new function about the comments to our book list. So let's go to today's code and git add git commit user authentication authentication. User authentication. Okay. I think git push. Okay, permission is denied. I guess it's same issues last time. I guess same issue. Git push. Our code now is okay. Let's check out check. Okay, here. Now 8 days code is added.